Okay, wake up, Shannon. Hey, Sarita. She's always on the go. Oh,
Hey.
There's no one in your contact.
Okay, shush. Magic things are happening on the computer. All right, well, welcome to today's call. We're going to start with some recognition because we had a fantastic July. I got to pull some of these things up real fast, and then I'm going to try to screen share, I think. I'm going to get all fancy.
I tried to get on this morning, but of course, since it transitioned everything, like I couldn't look at any reports. I haven't tried this afternoon.
It's up now, so that's the good news. Okay, let's see if I can do this or not.
I just got back from visiting my grandma, so.
Oh, hi, Grandma. You were or you are?
Yeah, I just got back a little while ago.
How's she doing?
Good.
Good. Okay.
As well as can be expected, I guess.
Good. You can share for me when. Okay, on. How did I do it? Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm squinting because I didn't put my glasses on. Hey, woohoo! You can see all my madness. Top 15 PRV for July. Minute number 1. Woo, I squeaked it out. And number 2 is Shannon. And number 3 is Melanie. Number 4 is Morgan. Number 5 is Melanie. I'm going to just say it. 6 is Kara. 7 is Sonia. Number 8 is Sarita. Holla. Number 9 is TJ. Number 10 is Heather Williams. And then we've got Amy, Tiffany, Michelle. Holla. Heather Smith and Beth Allen. That's a little different top 15. I love it. I love seeing some different people doing really well. You guys were working it, and that is amazing. Okay, I have some more. Never fear. I have to now do. That was blah, blah, blah. Okay, these are a little out of order, but that's okay. Let's do this one. Uh-oh. We had 2 people that added to their team. I got a new person and Morgan got a new person. And so just official welcome to Kaylee and Sarita. That's old news, but you know, it's the end of the month. That's good. Still exciting. Okay, can y'all see everything on my screen right now? Yes. No, yes, no. Okay. Yeah, there's so little, I can't tell what I'm doing. Hang on. Okay, we did that one, did that one, we did that one. Oh, here's some awesomeness. Can you see that?
No.
Okay, I gotta share it each time. It's a little bit obnoxious. I think it's this screen I'm gonna share. Okay. You can see that now? Yes.
Yeah.
We had Sonia hit sensational start level 1. That is fantastic.
Hey.
And Sarita hit her shooting star. That's so fantastic. I'm so proud of all of you. Okay, I decided we'll go ahead and try to do the August birthdays. Look at this. We have one on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. That's like birthday row. The 10th, 11th, 12th, another birthday row. And then 23, 25, 27. That's kind of cool. Lots of August birthdays. So happy early birthday to Amy, Heather, Tori, Tyler, Tony, Cheryl, Julie, Kaylee, Tina, James, and Mari. That's so exciting. Happy birthday.
I don't know who any of those people are.
You don't know any of them.
No.
Happy birthday, August Peeps.
All right, this is exciting. Centiversaries. We have lots of 1-year centiversaries. Ashanti, I guess it's Tabitha. Sorry if I don't say your name quite right. Randy, Cindy, Salithia, and Marika. And 5 years to Cammie and Lynn. That's exciting. They've been around a long time. 6 years, Jessica Hilton. Yay. And I know a few of these people have like come back. Oh, I put 7 years twice. I was doing this very quickly right before the call. Sorry. Libby has her 7-year centiversary. And then look at this, 2 10 years. Woo. Mary and Jesse, yay. And some of them took some breaks along the way, but you know, it's still 2 years since that decision. That's a good decision. Okay, so just want to start with some hollahs. That's always fun. We also want to recognize that this is the first day of a new month, and we are stoked, aren't we?
Yes.
Are super stoked. Okay, so on the workstation, there are some very important things. We want to always check our news tab, of course, but right now they put this up, and this is just like spoon feeding us how to do stuff. So wanted to make sure you looked at it. We're not going to look at every little piece of it right now, but this is like a good thing to do today. If you haven't looked at this article about the sponsoring incentive, it is fantastic. So right here, it is the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit. It has a flyer for you to download, which is super awesome. It's telling you exactly how to flip a party, and some lessons on sharing the opportunity if you're new at it and you haven't done that yet. And then you have a new sponsor checklist. So like literally spoon feeding everything you need right there. And you can go back. It also says that there's all kinds of images and stuff. But basically, this is such a huge opportunity, y'all. Like literally huge. We all want to earn this trip. And right now, this is like the perfect opportunity. So every single day, it needs to be a single-minded focus on who am I going to get this kit to? Who's going to earn this kit? So like with Sarita, we were trying very hard. Like we did a party first before she even signed up. Let's do your party. Let's get your orders. Let's get your orders and have them ready. Now we didn't quite do it, but that was our plan. But listen, y'all, like with the air purifier, anybody buying an air purifier, there's zero reason that they shouldn't sign up, right? They're already, if they just buy an air purifier and you put it as a party, they're already going to get free and half price stuff with that. They are going to then have a business with that. And then they're halfway to their Shooting Star, free Shooting Star kit. So you need to find one other friend, or if somebody wants several for their house, there is zero way that that should not be somebody's party. And if that person is still like, no, I don't want to do it, then say, well, okay, we got to find somebody. I'm not closing it until we find somebody, and have them help you find somebody and give them an incentive for that. But basically, like this flyer, I'm sure some of you saw this already. Oh, where is it saved? I think it's in my downloads. Let me find it real fast. Somebody made this graphic. And so like a couple things, if you're not good at, can you see this graphic that pulled up? No. Okay. I'm still new at screen sharing. So let me stop sharing that one. And let me start sharing this one. There it is. Okay, somebody made this and shared the link, and I will share it here in a little bit when I get a chance. But I was able to put my picture in. That's all I had to do because they didn't have any personal information on it. But look at this kit. First of all, it has what they're going to get with their Shooting Star. Okay. Join in August and earn this $300 gift for free. Host your launch party with me. So we're doing a party for them, and we're going to hit $500. Then you earn everything you see above, because that's the free, that's the deal right now. And you get $75 in Scentsy to use and 3 half-price items of your choice. And if all that's not enough, I mean, that's already way over $450 at least. You're also going to get $100 on your first paycheck from that. So we're talking like literally, you do a $500 party with me and you're getting like $500 worth of stuff. And now you'll be a Scentsy person and you're earning this cruise with me and you're off to a fantastic start. Like it's so easy. We just have to be good at communicating it to people. We just have to be relentless and tenacious and share it with everyone, because we never know who's like, okay, that's like a killer deal. I mean, that's a killer deal, y'all. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I would definitely like that one because I got one that doesn't have where you can put your picture, as well as it has different verbiage on there.
Yes, that one
Of
is
like
good.
what's in the kit, but not
Yep.
how to get the kit necessarily.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to open this dashboard and go to my calendar. Something we were doing on Sundays here for this was making it the day that we kind of are planning our week. And one of the steps in planning your week should be checking out the Scentsy calendar. It tells you what's happening. So really there's no reason to be confused or lost. You just go on and go, okay, well, today, here we are. We're in August 1st. It's transition. Yay. We got a new charitable cause. The air purifier is available, things like that. Looking at the week, it shows you what trainings are happening. It says on Wednesday, the customer newsletter is going out. So it's a great time to get more people in your contact and click subscribe to newsletter. It's a good time to go in and put a personal thing in there, whether you're hosting a party and you want to invite them, whether you're doing a Google form, which we all should be doing a Google form of some sort so that you can get some orders easily. Some people like to order that way. And if you haven't ordered your catalogs yet, or your catalogs aren't ready, or you're thinking, oh, it's expensive to buy a bunch of materials, Google Forms are free and you can send them. Your clickable, flippable link on catalog on your website is free. Sending your personal website is free. So there's so many ways you can share that. If you're not able to buy a ton of samples right now, testers, get the rub and smell stickers and send them out. We've got the paper, you stick them on and you can mail those very cheap. So just looking at the week, that looks like what's happening. They will announce when some of our limited things are coming out, and those will show up. But did y'all watch the live last night, end of month?
Some of it.
No.
It was a lot earlier than normal, so I was.
Yeah, I think they're
I'm
starting to do
still,
it early.
yeah, getting used to that time frame.
I hear you. Well, I did share it so you can look at it when you get a chance, but they showed all kinds of products. Like there's so much coming out and it's very exciting because like you just never know who wants one of these products. It may not be everyone, but it's going to be the right person and then it's going to be huge. So keep sharing. All right, let's look at the incentive tracker. It is on the incentive tab. It reminds you anytime you're like, oh, I'm never going to earn this trip. Go watch the video and get excited. Okay. And then say, I'm going to do it because I'm going to have a positive mindset. Track your progress. So we're all starting out basically at 0. It shows you right here that, you know, at 18,000, you earn level 1, which is paying for union fee for free. Level 2 will get you on the boat. Level 3 will get you and somebody you love on the boat. Okay. It will show you right here. Here's our months: August, September, October, November, December, January, 6 months. But remember, we're not waiting till October, November, December, January. We are killing it in August and September. We're killing it. Okay. Got to start strong. Every point of PRV is going to be tracked right here. They're going to give you the PRV and it probably updates, I guess, overnight. And then if you get the $1,000, right, 5 of your 6 months, you're going to get that 2,500 bonus right there under PRV consistency. So that can't show up until August, September, October, November, till December. And or it could show up in January if you miss 1 month. Okay. Personal promotions. Some of you are so close. Shannon is so close to a big promotion last night. And that means she and her team are going to kill it this month. There's no doubt in my mind. She was like $1,000 away, right?
Well, when I looked at it, like after when I texted you, that was like 10 or something. I don't know if anything else came through because I haven't looked at the report.
Numbers changed tiny, but I didn't check yours, but it might not have changed much, but so close, like out of 6,000 to only be 1,000 away. That's big. So I know that's going to happen.
I definitely got closer than I thought that we would.
It was
sure.
very exciting. And Michelle, your group was high. I think you were at least halfway there to superstar consultant. So we can do it this month. Now, Sarita is really close to her first promotion. She's like $150 away. So I know she's going to hit certified and those points will show up right there. And then when you get paid at your rank, so whatever your rank is, when you get paid at that rank, you're going to get points. So that's exciting. Okay. Those are the points that you can control. For the most part, those are the points you can control. Sponsoring points, you can control, you can assist, you can aid. You have to do your part, but at the end of the night, like it's got to be if the people do the work and want it, right? So any new person that you get on your team from right now until January 31st that promotes to certified, you're getting 1,000 sponsoring points. You need 4,500 to get you on the boat of sponsoring. So at minimum 5 certified people or 4 certified and 2 people who are already on your team that haven't certified because you get 250 points for them. So you get 250 points if there's someone already on your team before today who goes to certified. So that would be 2 previous people to certified and 4 new people to certified. You'd have your 4,500 sponsoring. But you don't really want to think small apples because 4 people is probably not going to cut it. All 4 people, you might only get 1 certified. So multiply it times 3 or 4 and say, okay, I need like 12, 16 people. And that's what you're going for. Although with this sponsoring thing and with flipping a party, like it shouldn't be hard. Every time you sign someone up, you should already be at $500. That's just my opinion. You should work so hard to have them at 500 the day you sign up. The day you sign up, they hit their shooting star, so everyone's happy. And then after that, you only have to go 500 more. That's 1 more easy party for them, and they're certified. So that's just the mentality. And then, of course, working with your existing people. If all of your people are either essential or certified, there are so many points to be had for them and for you, because every little bitty promotion is points. So just go in thinking, I've got to do things I've never done before to get things I've never had before. Okay. And then of course, if you had, I don't know that anybody had the points from the
I think
incentive.
Heather did.
She chose those points instead of the prize, or did she get, she
I
got.
thought you got points and level 1 or
Sorry, the
something.
dog is being naughty. We can't have a call without the dog being naughty.
But,
Ben's really excited too. It's horrible. All right. If you forget how to earn, click the how to earn, and there's FAQs. Okay. Any questions about the trip right now? All righty then. You guys are
and that's
awesome.
going to be before SFR, right? Or after SFR? I think didn't it say July? Because SFR is in June, right?
Early this, yeah. So I think it's after, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Can't remember. Okay, now all three of you were at the picnic, and I hope y'all had fun. I had a really good time. That was, except for the heat stroke, it was really fun. I loved it. I did not feel well there for a minute. I was like, oh, shaky.
Yeah, when you don't get to eat a whole lot of food.
Yeah. And then you're just super dehydrated, but it was fun and we
Yeah.
loved it. So we will do that some more. Hopefully, I know I'm planning some kind of holiday, whether it's between Thanksgiving and Christmas or like New Year's, we'll do a family bash. So it'll be fun in the cooler weather. But I gave you guys, and if you're just watching this back or whatever, watching the recording, I'm going to put the link of this and share it. But this is a leadership handbook, a guide. And one of the first things, and we're just going to briefly talk through it. I'm not going to do every single step, but I want to encourage you that this is the day you start using this, okay? Because we have big goals. We need big goal trackers and big things to follow so that we don't lose. But honestly, I want you to really think about what is your dream paycheck. And I want you to fill this out. I want you to write your pretty little name and just imagine Cincy putting that in your bank account, okay? Because the goal here is what would change your family's life. And for some people, that's $500 a month, and that's what they need. And they've been making maybe 50 or 100 with Cincy, and they need to make 500. For some people, it's 1,000 or 2,000. For some people, it's, I mean, life changing. Let's go. I want $10,000 paychecks, and we know people are getting those. We know people are getting more than that. And if you didn't know, it's true. So it's a numbers game, which I hate that expression, but it is. We all know. Anybody who has a team knows it's a numbers game, because you get someone who joins and you're so excited. You're like, yes, I've got someone. It's a new person and this is exciting and it's fantastic. And then they don't do anything. And you're like, oh no, they're not doing anything. Or they do something for a long time and they're great. I'm like, oh, they're going to be the leader. They're going to be it. And then something changes drastically in their life, normally something personal. And then they just quit. And you're like, oh, that was my leader. What am I going to do? So you have to build your front line very, very, very wide. You need a lot of people so you can have tons of branches. And you've got to just keep helping everyone that wants the help, keep reaching out, connecting, building relationships, and doing the best you can. But you also have to remember that like 20% are going to do anything. I know Shannon and Michelle, you could look at your team right now. I think Shannon's numbers were a little higher than 20%, which is very exciting. But for me, I didn't just check this month's, but out of 106 people, we probably had 20-ish, which is almost 20, it's almost exactly the 20% that were active. And we only had 15 over $500 out of 106. So even though like, I don't like the expression, it's a numbers game, because it's about people and people are what matter. It is a numbers game mathematically. It just is, because 20% are always going to be who do the things. So you've got to share. And one of the big things that will help you with that is one of our 2 big annual awards, which is the first thing in here. This is your 2 big annual award trackers. So we've got annual sales and annual mentor. And annual sales is fantastic, because if you sell an average of 2,500 a month, you sell 30,000 in a year. At that point, you're in a kind of an elite group and you get $1,000 bonus, which I tell you, I've earned that 5 times, and all 5 times I was so thankful for that $1,000 bonus, which comes in the summer. It's helped us travel. It's helped us paint the house. It's helped me buy 2 different computers. Like, it's big, and that's just bonus. And I always want that. And when you're hitting annual sales, that every month you're getting that extra 5% on your paycheck. So aim for 2,500 minimum. There are people who sell more than that, but 2,500, like we're going for it. That's our goal. I think that's five $500 parties, right? Yeah, that's not that hard, especially with the air purifier. It's 10 air purifiers and you've hit it. And if you're like people you're talking to are like, oh, I don't want that, or I've already bought them, or that's too much, you're talking to the wrong people. Just don't take that as an indicator. Like, be tenacious. There are people. Go find fancy neighborhoods and leave information. I mean, just do it, right? All right. So the other thing is annual mentor. Now, there is a tiny percent out of 300,000 people that earn annual mentor, and it is one of my biggest goals. You have to have 14 people from May until the next April hit certified, not just sign up, but hit certified. So you probably need, I don't know, 30 people, at least 30 people. You want to be getting 2 to 3 people for sure a month and really helping them get to certified. Okay. If you're tracking these things, your business is going to build. I think you get $25 for every certified person you get to, right? When you, Michelle, right? Annual mentor.
I'm sorry.
I think that's okay. I should know that, but I'm pretty sure with annual mentor, you get $25 or product credit for every person that's certified.
I think it's product credit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's an extra bonus too. But the real thing about that is you will be earning incentive trips if you are hitting annual mentor, and you will be making bigger paychecks if you hit annual mentor. So that is why that is so important to track. So right now on yours, if you already have this, or if you're printing it out after watching this video, you just go in and put, okay, what was my PRV on May 1st? And you track it. So we could do May through July right now. And then the same thing from May to July, who have you added on your front line, and track them. Okay. A big thing in this is coaching calls. Now, I've offered coaching calls for years, but I never wanted to bug or be like, I'm checking in on you. I'm changing my mentality, and I'm just like, you know what? We do coaching calls. And the more you just say, that's what we do. I coach you. They're short. They're not really time consuming. But basically you're going to kind of start with your front line, and you're just going to start saying, okay, let's schedule a coaching call this week. We're just going to talk 15 minutes. And this tells you like kind of what you're going to focus on in each of these things, so you can keep a little list. And then what's really cool is here's like a guide for what you should do and how you should be on your coaching calls. Okay. Keep it confidential. If you talk about something like maybe somebody's struggling with someone on their team, maybe someone's struggling with something, it has to be personal. You guys are in a relationship and it's confidential. If you have something you need to work on with someone, be sure you start with positive and end with positive, and put the little bit more, constructive criticism in the middle. Okay. The other tip is to tie your performance back into data. So looking at their month information, going on and pulling out what's their group doing, what are their numbers. Okay. So you're talking about numbers. It's not personal, like, oh, I see you doing this on Facebook, but I never see you posting on Facebook about Cincy or whatever. It's got to be, let's look at your numbers. It's just a numbers thing. Really stick to a 15-minute window. That's hard for me, because when I do talk to someone, and I've planned it and I have the time, I like to talk. So it's going to be a challenge or whatever, but 15 minutes, short, sweet, and to the point. Have them look at their own performance. So, hey, what's going on with you? How is your team doing? And if they're like, I don't know, then start showing them, here's how you do the report. Let's look at your team. Let's talk about each person. What do you know about this person? Oh, you haven't even talked to them yet? Okay, well, let's make that our first step. Okay. So you want to kind of go through and have them check in their performance. You want to spend this time to make an action plan. Just giving them one task for the week is enough. Giving them 2 or 3 is probably enough, but get to what is going to make the biggest difference for them. So make an action plan. Discuss roadblocks and challenges that are keeping them from performing. Like maybe they've been wanting to get to the next promotion. Well, why aren't we getting there? Let's figure it out. If it's, well, nobody's promoting, nobody's working their business. Well, then what's the answer?
Find more people.
You got to find someone who's wanting to do it. You got it. You got to find different people. We all know sometimes the people who got you to star and lead aren't going to be the people who get you to superstar, director, and so on. So you got to find people who are ready, and that is the challenge. But we're up for it. And then you want to check in on progress towards goals. So like on your next call, you want to make sure you say, okay, we talked about this, and you're going to have a log of it so you'll remember. How's that going? And then just discuss progress towards new goals. So stick to the topic. You don't really want to discuss personal life. That's hard for me too. I want to check in on everybody, but you can always have those calls. You can do that differently. These are really, really intended to just be, we do coaching calls. I do them on Tuesdays, or I do them on Saturday morning, or I do Sunday afternoon. I'm going to check in with you. Tell me what time slot's good. Okay. You could do a Zoom one. I think those are, I would do Zoom because, or a messenger video, because seeing people's face is so important. Like, you know, some people don't even know what their downline look like because they just never took the time. And if you're in that position where you're like, oh goodness, I don't know everyone, start with your front line. You should at least know your front line or have tried to get to know your front line. And if you haven't, that's okay. You're just going to start today and say, hey, it's new. I am ready. We are going. Hi, I'm Megan. It's nice to meet you. I'm your sponsor, whatever. And just get to it and say, we're going to work through this. Now, this also has an exact checklist of what to talk to about each title. So when you have a new person, it's going to say, okay, I'm not going to read all these just to give you an idea. Make your list of 100. Here's how you earn the shooting star. Hopefully you've already got them to shooting star when they signed up, but if not, we're going to do a home launch party and I'm going to come do it for you. And when are we doing it? Or an online party or whatever they want to do. What does certified mean? Why are they trying to get to certified? Why do they want to get to certified?
So they can get a 5% raise.
It's a raise. Who doesn't want a raise? And then it just goes through the shipping guidelines. So they know right away that, hey, shipping is free after $500. It is whatever it is, 10 business days or whatever. And talk to them about that. Sensational start 1, 2, and 3, because you want them to earn all the things, you know? And then it goes through all the different things that you want to talk to for a certified to get them to an essential for certified. Then they have one for a certified to a lead. So let's say Sarita is going to hit certified this month really soon. So then I'll have this list to go, okay, we're going to talk about building to lead. So we're going to build your customer base. We're going to figure out how to handle objections. What are excuse busters? People who say they're too busy. Perfect. You're perfect. The busier you are, the more people you see, all those kinds of things. And it goes through the compensation plan. Because now they're going to have to see like, oh, I see why I want to be a lead. I can make more money. All right. It goes through each level. So I'm not going to talk about all those, but with each of your people, you're just going to want to go through that, whatever level they're on, and help them get to the next. Because those promotions are earning them trip points. Those promotions are earning you trip points. Okay. All right. There's a really cool paper about sensational start. And it will help you just talk through that. So you make sure you have that at your hands. You're going to make sure your people earn level 3, sensational start. Those are just good things. Because I tell you right now, I've shared with y'all before, my sponsor, I didn't get that support and I didn't get that guidance, but I saw it in my starter kit. I just remember looking at the starter guide going, I don't know about all that. And I didn't go for it. But when someone's telling you, we're doing it, Sarita, does it make a difference that I said we're doing this? Yeah, she said absolutely. She's muted, but I could tell. She said absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I said we're doing this. I mean, we're doing it, and she was doing it, and she worked hard to do it. So that makes a big difference. Okay, there's stuff in here too, just talking about kind of the importance of how to run your business. Self-care is very important, and y'all, we're not good at that. And that's something we need to do. You have to set business hours. The thing about a home business, and especially as you grow, it can get challenging because you've got to balance your day job. You've got to balance your children. You have house responsibilities. You volunteer. You have church responsibilities. You've got responsibilities out the wazoo, right? You have aging parents. You have all kinds of things. Your business is important and it has to be something you make a priority and you work on, but you have to make sure that you set some business hours. Now, your business hours are your business, you know, For some people, business hours are going to work best, like crazy early in the morning, crazy late at night. Some people are going to be a little more flexible, and some people are going to be like, listen, I can't do it right now. I'm trying to do my family. I'm trying to do this and that. I'll tell you, here are my business hours. And going forth, I'm going to try to set that up. I'm not sure what mine are going to be yet, but that is important. You have to take care of yourself. We all know, oh man, I feel like my skin's burning. Sleeping is important, and a lot of us don't sleep enough. Okay. We don't drink enough water. We don't move our bodies enough. We don't take care of ourselves. So all those things are something as we start this new season, we need to be thinking about and helping each other out. Everybody drink some water. Everybody go for a walk. Do some of your training and planning. Do some of your coaching calls while you're traveling. Walk, you know? So everybody make sure you take care of yourself. And there's some other tips for self-care. So it's giving you tips on how, this is this little paper about the 3 legs of success. Sales, here are ways to get sales. Bag parties, home parties, events, customer follow-up, Cincy Club, limited time offers, whiff boxes, specials, fundraisers, right? All those ways, PRV builders, realtor bundles. I mean, y'all could think of 12 other things, right? You've got to be creative. You can't just post on Facebook. That is not gonna ever get you there. It'll help you get some, but it is not gonna get you there. You have to be handing things out, taking your basket party and just taking it to someone and say, hey, I need you to take this for like 3 days. Go share it with everyone. I'm gonna pick it up in 3 days. Please. Like, don't say, hey, would anyone like to get one? Just go do it. Like, I'm telling you, we gotta get more aggressive about it, right? They'll have fun, enjoy it. They're gonna enjoy smelling all that. Sponsoring, sharing the opportunity consistently. And that is something I have not done, but you better bet your bottom dollar I'm about to start doing it. Sharing your lifestyle experiences. So instead of just putting up the flyer of the special of the month, you've got to share your Cincy experience. And it's not always salesy. It's going to be like, I had so much fun making samples with my kids tonight. Reminded me of when they were little, right? I wasn't trying to sell Cincy, but I reminded them I'm a Cincy person. I remind them it's a family business. I remind them I'm having fun. What are some lifestyle kinds of things you can share?
Cleaning something dirty with Cincy or with counter clean.
Yeah, like you got something nasty in your house and you're like, oh, thank goodness I had this, right? Or something smelled terrible and you cleaned it with Cincy Fresh, and people are like, I didn't even know you had that, but she cleaned it and she's smiling, so that's good. It looks like it smells good. All right, so sharing your Cincy story and your journey, make a dream team list. That's really big. And then just build relationships. It is a relationship business. You are planting seeds. Sometimes they don't come up right away. It takes a little time. But if you're constantly doing that, you're going to be learning and growing, and you're going to get people like, okay, I'm ready to do this. But there's all kinds of tips on that, and then coaching your team. Okay. Okay, numbers needed to promote. Now, as people are starting to look at needing promotions, this is important. It's basically the compensation chart, but it just explains some things that, you know, if you're going to grow and if you're going to get paid at your title, your minimum is what? What minimum PRV?
500.
500.
I have 500, no matter what. If I don't sell 500, I don't get paid at director. I don't get paid at anything if I don't make 500. So you have to always, minimum for being paid on your team is 500. Then it depends on how many frontline people that signed up right under you are active, and active is $200 in a month. So if Sarita and Shannon Michelle are all active, I have 3 active frontline. So with me paying 500, buying 500 PRV, and then, or selling, sorry. And then I have 3
I hope you're not the one buying.
selling 3 active frontline. If all that totals 6,000 group wholesale volume, then I get paid at a superstar consultant. And that's what right now Shannon and Michelle are going for. So you have to make sure you're frontline, you know, and you have to be selling really more than 500 to do that, unless you have a lot of people, right? But those are your minimums. So this chart is very important. And one thing that's important to know, sometimes people are like, well, I don't understand what group wholesale is versus PRV, because it's a different calculation. But basically, if you want to hit lead and your team number is 675, but you need 1,000, then you take 1,000, you subtract 675, and you need 325, right? So that tells you the difference. Then you have to say, okay, what group wholesale volume is it's taking the 25% commission out. So you have to take your number, which in this case was 325, and divide it by 0.75. And it tells you that means you need $433.34 more of PRV between you and your people to hit your group wholesale volume. So like for instance, for a director, every month, my sales and all of your sales have to total 10,000 group wholesale volume. But what that is in PRV is like 13,333 something. So we really have to sell 13,000 PRV to hit director number. Okay. So that's the calculation and it's all right there in your little handy dandy book. Okay. And then they've got this little section on tracking your team members. And I think this is really cool. I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but it's basically a way to track all kinds of information that you can do. Now, there's actual reports, but there's something to like writing it all down that will help you say, okay, what's their group number? What's their whatever? And you kind of keep track of that. This one's really important. And when I first, even probably before I actually officially became a director, I used to fix this sheet and I would mail it. I would mail it with a little letter, a welcome kit, and I would put a self-addressed stamp in it so they could just send it right back to me. And hardly anybody did it. I got like a handful out of a bunch. But this is a getting to know you. So as soon as you have somebody that joins your team on your first coaching call, I would say, you'd want to fill this out and you're going to just fill it out with them. So you're going to say, okay, I want to know a little bit about you. What's your partner's name? And what do they do for a living, right? Do you have any children? And if so, how old are they? And you're going to write all of it down. You're going to keep it on file. You're going to ask, what's their birthday? What's their favorite color? What kind of gift cards do you love to get? What hobbies? All kinds of questions. Do you prefer a call, a text, an email, Facebook, whatever? So this is something you want to do in person and you just want to write it down so you know. Because as you grow that relationship with your team members, you're going to know, man, I think Sarita would love it if I go out her something purple.
Mhm.
I know that. I think Shannon would really like to go to lunch with me. I think that'd be fun. We'll go spend some time together, right? I'm going to send Michelle some fancy craft thing. She's going to
Yeah,
like it.
you can
Right?
send me that form. I'll fill it out.
We'll fill it out on our call. So it's things like that, but it's also just getting to know them because the more you are connected with your team as friends, you want to become friends. You are going to have a better working relationship. They're going to trust you. You're going to trust them. You guys are going to understand, like, you know, it's just going to be a good thing and you're going to be able to help them promote and teach them to do the same with their people. Because I guarantee you, there are so many people doing direct sales in general. I don't think as many doing Cincy, but they don't look at it as I care for the people. They just want people. They just want bodies and they don't care. And some of you have been in experiences where, you know, well, with Cincy, the great majority care very much, probably too much. They probably do too much, but it's not a bad thing. Because it's about the people and the leaders who can really make their people feel loved and thought and respected and heard. If you're that kind of leader, it's going to make a big difference in the long run. Even if it takes a little longer to get there, you're going to have been doing it the right way and you're teaching them how to do it the right way. And it's not about spending money and giving gifts. Some people, it's not even something they care about. You are in this to make money, not spend it, but it's about spending time and it's about helping and just saying, hey, I got this idea. I wanted to share it, you know, and just that community. And I know for most of you, because you're on this call, you already feel that way because you are connected with each other from different events you've gone to and stuff we've done. So that's really important. Okay. This also shows you, and this is a really helpful one, some basic workstation reporting that you can do. So once you have anybody on your team, like right now you're a team of one if you don't have anyone under you, but as soon as you have your first teammate, you can start doing all kinds of reports. And so you can check on, hey, how's everybody doing for annual sales? How's everybody doing for annual mentor? When is their anniversary? When's their birthday? You can do all kinds of reports. So it's kind of a little cheat sheet for that. And I didn't print out, I don't know where my second page of this is, but there's just so much information in this. This one has a train your teamie, like exactly what to do. Okay, as soon as they enroll, here's the checklist, start doing it. Here's 4 to 6 days, here's your checklist, and you just go through it. And I know there's some other stuff, but I don't have those pages printed out. But this is a resource that most of you got at the party. And then if you didn't, I'm going to send this out in an email where y'all can print it and use it, because you will, even if you got this from me, there are a couple of these pages that you'll want to print yourself, because for each person on your front line, you need it. Like you want to do the checklist with each person, put their name, make them a section. I recommend getting dividers or tabs and putting each team member, each frontline member's name, and having a section for every single one. I've kind of sort of done that, like with my binder. I always have this here. It's got my cardboard catalog for me, in case I sell all my catalogs or get rid of all my catalogs. I have my product information reading guide. And then I put things like, oh, there's when I talked to Srita and what we talked about. But this is going to be even more organized. Okay. So you just kind of go through your checklists. Okay. Any thoughts or questions about any of that fun stuff?
I got a question. So, you know, I already read through this whole folder last night.
Or you?
So, a question, I know me being kind of new, the one, you know, trying to go from essentials to certified, I really don't understand the PRV versus host base. What is that? And I'm sorry, there's a phone that's not muted. I hear dogs and it's kind of interfering with me.
Yeah, somebody's puppy in the background. Okay, so let's see. We lost Michelle? No, is that Michelle still?
No, I'm here.
Okay, good. I might have
I don't
been.
have any dogs, but
Must have been like I hate that she got off, but maybe she meant to mute and it hung up. Okay, so basically, when you are selling anything, it's almost always a $1 to a 1 PRV equivalent. The only time it's different is when what? Anybody know?
Licensed products.
Licensed products. Licensing points, like those extra $5 for a warmer that are licensed, you don't get PRV for it. So if you had a couple Grogu buddies in there,
yeah,
the host gets the points for her base for her rewards, but PRV, you don't get those. So there's going to be like a $10 difference, a $15 difference in that. So PRV is really important, because you want to always check your PRV. If you're going for 500 in a month, it's happened to people. They're going for 500 a month and they forgot they had a licensed product and they closed it because it was over 500. And they're like, yes, I got it. And then they look at their PRV and it was like 496. They're like, what? And it's, you know, it's one of those things. So yeah, that's the difference. When it's a licensed or a pause warmer, things like that, sometimes you get a little different PRV. That's a good question. But yes, for you, I mean, you're very close. And once you're certified, you're always certified. So you go from right now, your paycheck is like your first paycheck is 20%. But as soon as you hit 1,000, you will always get 25%. Yay. So that's why you want to get to certified. And then your next stop is lead. And that's having one person under you at least who is active, and you have 500. But if you have 500 exactly and your person only has 200, are you going to make lead, Shannon? No, because that's only 700 PRV, which is less group wholesale. I don't do that. It's probably like what, 625.
It's almost exact. It's just the same calculation minus one digit as what you have to get.
Like 225. I don't know.
So 1333, whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay.
1,000, 10,000.
Right. It's like 13,333 and you only have 700.
Yeah.
So what that really means in reality is either you got to kill your PRV with your one person at 200, which you could do. You could have, 1,200 and she could have 100 or he could have 100. And together y'all hit that 13,333, whatever. But it really means you really need 2 or 3 people.
But she still wouldn't be considered, because if her person only got 100, they're not active.
No, 200. You're right. It would need to be 200. Good catch. good catch. You would have to have that
I've
person.
made that mistake multiple times. I would like text Heather, congratulations. Oh, sorry, somebody's not active.
Okay, so for them to be considered active, they also have to have at least 200 in sales, right?
100 PRV is active. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
like I said, what we all need to be doing, whether you're certified, essential certified, lead, star, superstar, director, we need to be finding 3 people every month and get them to certified. If you do that, you're going to earn the incentive for 2. You're going to hit annual mentor. Your paychecks are going to be so much bigger than they've been, and it's going to grow exponentially. Because like I looked back at 2 years ago in July's are usually pretty low months. I barely hit superstar consultant 2 years ago, and I was a director, but we barely hit superstar consultant numbers, and we had 36 people on the team. 2 years later, we had 106 people, 36 to 106 in 2 years, and we were at 15,000 versus 6,000. So that is an exponential kind of growth. So I'm saying like in a year, we could have 250 people easy if we all grow and teach them to grow. And then the group wholesale will also grow exponentially. So if you guys are like, I can hardly make it to superstar consultant, same thing. If you're getting 3 people, teaching them to get 2 or 3 people, and you're all just cooking, you guys could be a director in a month. You know, like it can change fast. And there are people who sign up and make director like in 2 or 3 months. It is amazing, but it's a numbers game. Sarita.
Okay, so I have, my other question is, what is the difference from going from certified to lead? Like,
That's a
what
good
is
question.
that?
So in your catalog, you will find the compensation chart. And you will notice that what happens when you look at that, and it's on your websites everywhere. And it's always one of those things, like, I'm gonna be real honest. I would look at it and go, oh, I see that I get paid a little bit of something on something, but I'm not gonna worry about any of that. I've always looked at it kind of like, oh, that's gravy, because I'm really, whatever. But basically, when you look at your compensation chart, which I know you can't see that, but
I
whatever,
have mine in front of me.
you start going, okay, when I hit lead, I'm looking down here and I'm going to start getting, I get my 25% for my commission. I'm going to get my 2% bonus for my personal wholesale volume. And I'm going to get 2% of what my team wholesale is on frontline and essential. So you start, like, instead of your paycheck just being 25% of your sales, you start getting these little 2% bonuses.
Oh,
Might be $20, right? Like, it may not be much, but $20 is $20. $20
right.
buys you a, dinner, pays for your kids' t-shirt for school, whatever. As it grows, you start seeing all these different numbers. And like I said, there are videos that will explain this much better than I can do, but it basically starts growing percentages, and you start getting paid on your team. And here's what happens. Like at some point, you could sell personally $2,000 and have no team and make your, what is that, $600, I think? I'm so bad with numbers, but whatever you make. And then somebody else could sell their 500, but they have a really thriving, growing team. And instead of like the 600 that I made from selling 2,000, they only sold 500, but their paycheck's probably 4,000 or 5,000 as a verse $600 because of all of this little things. And then as you grow and your team starts being successful, it all depends on their success. So that's what I love about Cincy and the compensation plan. And it's what a lot of people like hate and say ugly things about direct sales. Like, oh, you just making money off of people. You do not make money unless you are working your business.
Right.
You don't. And you don't make money off of them unless they're working their business. You don't make anything for them signing up. For them signing up, you make nothing. For them signing up, you can never make any money off of them if they don't get to, working, right? And accelerating and promoting. So it is really one of those things. If you are really being a mentor and a sponsor, you're working and you are helping, just like a supervisor in a corporate company. They're doing all kinds of stuff to help their people, in theory. They're doing things to help, and they're having to do so much extra work to manage people that they get bonuses. So it's the same thing.
Okay.
So that's how that works. Okay, that was really the main thing I wanted to talk about, but just anything that you guys want to ask me before we wrap it up, I wanted to just one more time. You cannot delay on this incentive. Start blowing up your phone. Start being prepared every time you go out. Something that I don't even know where it is, but I'm gonna start finding it. When I first started Cincy, I bought the magnetic name tag that clips on my shirt. It said like Megan Schneider and it had Cincy Independent Consultant. I wore that a lot because I was a stay-at-home mom and I was with little kids and I wasn't meeting and seeing people, and it was a conversation starter. Because especially for me, I'm not real big on t-shirts. I'm getting a little bit better about it, but I don't love t-shirts. I love my hat that says Cincy or whatever, especially on a bad hair day. But I love the name tag because it was easier for people to, if you wear a name tag, you're more approachable. Number one, and people be like, oh, Cincy, I love Cincy. And you'd be like, well, here you go. But here's the next step we're all going to work on. Can we connect on Facebook? Can I get your number and you want to text me and I'll enter you in my monthly drawing? That's the next step. You've got to get their info and then you've got to follow up. They can still ghost you, but if you don't do that, it's pointless. It's like throwing money out, which I have done for years. I have handed stuff out and never asked for info back. I just hope. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll come back. And every once in a while it does. But the night that Sarita's husband came and I left the information for him, I didn't get his information. If he didn't go home and show her, if he didn't go give it to her and she wasn't interested, she wouldn't be sitting here. So even as recently as that, and even last week, there's a time or two, I'm like, you got to make that next step. You just have to. People ask to connect all the time. It shouldn't be a big deal. So get all that out of your head. People like to be entered in drawings and, so I'm not going to be obnoxious, but I just want to reach out and ask how you like your samples and I'll put you in my monthly drawing. It should be simple. Follow up. Ask people for people. If your people are all saying no, ask them, incentivize them. Say, hey, I'll give you a half price item if you find me somebody to do a party. If you find me somebody that wants an air purifier. Goodness, the $250 air purifier referral, you should be able to give them a free pod or a free something. Like, use your perpetual to really work it this fall. Okay. Any thoughts from Michelle or Shannon? Advice, tips, things you're thinking about?
Can you share your realtor bundle?
Yes, realtor. I will share what I have. And that is something I'm going to be focusing on this week too. I think a challenge for me, I've shared that with you, is I'm like, squirrel, I got 12,000 things I want to do. And I get overwhelmed and then I'm like, oh, then I'm behind. But in the meantime, when I'm in between all those giant things I want done, like right now, I want to make my catalogs the best they've ever been. My spring ones were pretty good. I put a lot of time, right? But I want to make my own videos this time. Last time I used the videos that were pre-made, except the welcome for the QR code and the thank you. But this time I want to make them all. And here's another really big one. I want every single person I talk to know about the Alaskan cruise. In the past, I have sold and sold and sold, and I have not talked about the trip because I feel like it's self-serving. I'm going to earn the trip. Help me earn the trip. I don't like self-serving. And so that's something I've kind of put in my head. But instead, I'm thinking, come on the trip with me. Let's go. So I want to tell everyone about it. And you need to get them early so they have a chance of earning it. If they don't come in until 3 months in, it's going to be hard. Now, can they? Yes, they can. People have earned it in a month or two somehow. They have. But it's all about the people. Like if you get tons and tons of people and they're all cooking, and this is the time of year that can happen. So just keep going, put some flyer. There was an Alaskan flyer that I'm going to work on too. I'll try to share that, but put something like, I'm trying to earn a cruise. Hey, make you something that says, I'm earning an Alaskan cruise. You want more info? Come with me. I mean, whatever, like just go for it. But yes, I'll share the realtor bundle.
And I also saw that, I have to look back to see where I saw it at, that there was some stickers that people were putting on the diffuser page, or not the air purifier page, saying like purchase and you get a free, pod.
I think that's a good idea. And you can do that with a Post-it or a circle label. I think that would be good. I know there was a flyer going around. I think it's probably my downloads. Let me see if I see it or not. My download folder is a place of wonder. I have so many things. It's like a constant.
And then I saw Wendy, whatever, new guest or whatever, she put a sticker on the front that said new air purifier page, whatever, and
Right. Because again,
on
that
the
is
front of the
a
catalog.
game changer. Okay, I must be saved on my phone. That's the other thing. I save some on my phone, I save some on my computer, so I never know where anything is, and I never organize it, which is a real shame. But yeah, listen, you want what do you want the most? You want people to join. What's going to make them join? Well, right now, the Alaskan cruise. Right now, the $300 of product they're going to get, plus their host rewards and free credit, right? Half price. What's going to make them join besides that? I had something else on the air purifier for half off, right? Things like that. Like you've got to be talking their language. You have someone interested in that air purifier. Do not say like, woohoo, I'm going to make a big sale. No, say, I'm going to get this person to join because I'm going to show them it's stupid not to. I mean, it's just stupid not to. That's how we got to think. You would be so crazy not to do this. There is zero catch. And then you're going to at least do one more party for them, like with the holiday stuff, and they'll be certified. Like, you know, you just got to go in with I am doing it. This would be the time to start talking to even people that, you know, don't want to do it for a business, but you know, you can get them certified in a few months. A sister, a mother, somebody who's never talked about doing it. I mean, I should talk to my niece. My niece, she doesn't want to do this for a business. She's got a successful job and a new baby, and there's no way she wants to do this. But could I have her do 2 parties and I could get her to certified? Absolutely. Would that help me earn the trip? Absolutely. Would she maybe show up on the consultant locator and somebody sign up accidentally under her? Maybe. And then that person could roll up when she's like, yeah, okay, I did that. Have a good cruise, Aunt Megan. I mean, like that's the kind of stuff. I've never done that, but I'm thinking like, why not? My best friend who buys from me so much, and I guarantee she'd be like, no, I don't want to do this. I'd be like, come on, Kelly, you got to do this because I mean, after you just don't even have to do anything to stop it. We're going to do 2 parties. We're going to get you money back and give you all this free stuff. I need you to do this for me. I've never
So,
done
I
that.
mean, really, they could join for free. They could get free shooting star, right? Or the
Yeah,
enhancement
and they're
kit.
going to get all the product rewards from there's still going to be product rewards for their kit. I mean,
Yeah.
How do people join for free again?
So when you have a $500, well, even I guess a $500, we're going in 500s, $500 party. They have $75 in product credit to use.
Okay.
They can do the $59 hostess exclusive kit as their
Okay.
rewards. So they paid $0. They still have, what is that, $26 left of credit? I'm really bad at math. $26 of free, and they have their half price items. They still have 3 half price. So they
Gotcha.
essentially, the way you have to say it is join with no money out of pocket,
Gotcha.
but it's in essence free. If there's
Right.
a $200 party, they can use their $20 to put in on that $59 kit and join for $39.
Gotcha.
And honestly, it doesn't have to be the person who actually hosted the party. You just got to find someone who wants all the free stuff. Like I said, it should be super easy. Open 3 or 4 parties right now on your workstation. You can name one a fundraiser. You can name one all different, no party order here. Have somebody who's got a VIP link. Just get some things open. And then
Okay.
determine in your heart, you will not close it until you have 4 people to, use that starter kit. 4
Okay. So definitely always have a party open on your web.
Always, one
Okay.
always. But I'm saying let's go for 4 a month at least. And then honestly, when you're talking to people, you can just say, hey, especially frequent buyer customers, they should have a VIP open party link all the time. I've got 2 right now, and they order from it. I change the date so they can keep ordering. And when it gets to 500, then it can be closed and I can offer them that party. Unless it was personal website orders, which is that one caveat we talked about. You can't let them do personal website orders because those process right away. They're already RPRB. So we can't flip them. So you want to enter them yourself. That's the only downside about that VIP if they're ordering them as personal website orders.
Okay.
But so how do you do that? Like if you have a link for somebody and they don't order on your website, because like you don't want to keep it open if they want like a limited time offer thing, or even like, how everything was like selling out, last month and stuff. And don't you have to close the party to place the order essentially, unless it's through the website?
it's not going to work if someone's trying to get something limited or there's other people wanting to get stuff fast. This is like one customer who buys from you all the time. And so you've given them their own private shopping link and their
Okay.
order, but it's not going to work because they're placing them normally as personal orders. You know, you can't flip it, but you can say, listen, you just spent $600 with me over the last 6 months. Why wouldn't we just do it, you know, and you be a consultant, and you can offer it on a party you have open. So if one of my people who have the shopping links right now have done them as personal website orders, but I'm closing a $500 order myself, they can join on my party. I flip them and put them as the hostess. So I would do that 100% to get around that. Okay. All right. Well, I think our time is up. We're a little past, but I'm really glad you guys were on the call. I hope it got you thinking differently and fired up, and let's do it to it. Start planning your coaching calls, set some healthy priorities, and get to getting.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Good job, everybody on July. August is going to be fire.
Yes, yes. All right,
For
talk to y'all
sure.
next week.
Going to. No cross fingers. We got it. All right. Love y'all.
We're
Bye.
doing it.
Okay. We're doing it.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
I hope it was recording. Oh, it is.